Welcome to this continuous 20 dumbbell Metcon workout. Today's workout is going to be one of my favorites because it's functional, it's combining multiple joints, we're working in different planes of motion, and it's just great training for everyday life. So what's also really great about this workout is it involves coordination and balance, and also because we're involving multiple joints, it's really going to get your heart pumping, so it's going to be excellent for that cardio and conditioning. That said, the moves, the exercises I have up for this workout today are not optimal for building strength, because when we're combining upper and lower body exercises together in combination type movements into one move, you're really limited by what the smaller groups can handle. Okay, so for this workout, I would recommend that you find a weight that you can work through the exercises with. Something like, I would recommend around 15 pounds for this workout, maybe at most. Okay, 15 pounds is probably going to be great because we are doing a lot of shoulder pressing, but we're also combining it with lunges. Okay, so obviously we can lift heavier with our lower body than we can our upper body, but we want to make sure we stay moving and we want to work quickly, and we don't want to be switching out a lot of different weights. Okay, just a very functional workout, and like I said, one that's going to be combining multiple joints, and I think we're really going to have fun with this workout today. So let's talk down the 5 exercises I have, the combination exercises, to give you an idea of what weight you might want to use for today's workout. Okay, first exercise that we're starting off with is a B stance Romanian deadlift to a squat. All right, so I'm going to be using my 15s for this one. And we're going to be starting with the B stance deadlift and then going into the squat. So the way we're going to start is the inside leg. The inside leg is going to be our kickstand. We're going to be working this outside leg. And when you set up for the B stance deadlift, this toe is pretty much in line with the back heel, and it's just a toe into the ground. It's just there to help you balance. All that work is going to be in that standing leg. And we're going to take the hips back, feel that stretch in the hamstrings, and then press up. From there, after you do that, from there, you're going to take the weights up to shoulders, step it out into your squat, knees track out, heels down, come up, and into your B stance squat on the other side. Inside leg is your kickstand, outside leg is the one we're working. Hinge, bring the weights up, step it out to squat, and repeat, okay? So when you're doing the RDL, and I've gone over this before, when you're doing the RDL, it's not a squat motion, it's a hinge. So instead of having shoulders right over hips, you want to think about shoulders coming forward, torso coming towards the floor, okay? Hips going back. And while you're doing that, keeping a nice stable back. So thinking of cues such as squeezing oranges or something in your armpits, so that you stay stable and the weights do not cause your shoulders to round forward and your back to round and put pressure on your low back, okay? So again, hips back, shoulders going to come forward, torso is going to come towards the ground. Feel the stretch in your hamstring and then press right back up, okay? And we all know with the squat, toes are going to be slightly out, knees are going to track out, heels on the ground, and our chest is lifted. The weights are going to be up at our chest, so down and up, okay? That's the first exercise, walking you through. I always want to make sure folks are doing the Romanian deadlift correctly. Took a little more time to explain that one. Our second one, we're doing a reverse lunge with an overhead press. So I'm sticking with these 15s. All right, we're going to start with the weights up at our shoulders. We're going to go into the reverse lunge, and then we're going to press one side, press the other, take it up, repeat on the other side. So here we are working a lot of balance and stability there. So when you go to step back, don't step back as if you're on a tightrope. Step back so that you have some ground to cover and keep yourself nice and steady. And then take that knee down and press straight up. So pressing straight up with one arm also challenges our balance also, okay? And core strength. Third exercise, we have a deficit push-up that we're doing also, that we're combining with a single arm row. So this is really gonna work mobility too. I like this one. So setting up, I'm gonna be using heavier dumbbells for this one. I also just like the shape of these dumbbells. It enables me to do the deficit push-up a little easier than the adjustables. So I'm setting up my dumbbells straight, palms facing in. Gonna do a push-up, and then I'm gonna take one leg and come up. Here's where that mobility comes into play. And then I'm going to be doing a single arm row on the other side. So I'll switch sides and show you. Take it back, push up, step it up, and then single arm row. So again, when we do the single arm row, I like to sweep that weight back, draw back with my elbow, so I'm not coming straight up. And resist that urge to really want to rotate there too, okay? So that is third exercise. I love that one. I love that mobility in that one there. Fourth exercise, we have a glute bridge with a chest fly. So coming down to the ground, I'm going to maybe use these 15s here. Coming down into, you can go ahead and roll yourself back with your weights. All right, from here we're going to set up. You're going to press up into glute bridge. Make sure you're not really overextending too much, so you're squeezing glutes, pressing feet into the floor, drawing the belly button down. Neutral grip with the weights, so palms are facing in. You're going to come down into that fly, and then as you press up, you're going to lower your hips. When you go into the fly, press up, lower down the hips, okay? So getting in some lower body work there, getting in front to shoulders and chest. From there, we're going to stay on the ground, and we're going to go into a roll up and twist. So I'm grabbing my kettlebell because it's easier for me to grab, but you can use a dumbbell too, okay? All right, and from here, I'm just going to set the weight at my glute at the side. I'm going to roll back, I'm going to come up, and pick it up and twist. So like that Russian twist, and then set it down, roll back, come up. Okay, we're not going to be taking our glutes off the floor and rocking and rolling there. Another trick you can do, when you do sit-ups, if you feel it too much in your hip flexors, you can take another set of weights if you have them, for a resistance band attached to something. All right, and you can sit your feet, sit it behind your ankles there. That's going to help you use hamstrings more than hip flexors, and down and up and then across. Okay, so that's a little trick to make that sit up a little easier, okay? Those are your 5 exercises for today. As you can see, a lot of combination stuff there, so I had to take a little bit longer to explain all the exercises, but it also gave you time to kind of decide what size weight you want to use throughout the workout, all right? All right, we're gonna get started. Let me set up my weights. I'm gonna be beginning with my 15, so I'll set these other ones off to the side. All right, 20 minutes, continuous 25 exercises, 40 seconds of work. When we're working with dumbbells, 20 seconds is complete rest. And we do all 5 of the exercises for 4 rounds, a very time efficient, quick 20-minute workout. This is going to be a really fun one. I'm excited to do it. All right, let's get started. This continuous 20 dumbbell METCON workout is going to begin in under 10 seconds. We're beginning with our B stance, Romanian deadlift to the squat. All right, so go ahead and make that kickstand with that inside leg. Go down into the deadlift. Bring it up, squat, up, and deadlift. So not quick here, not quick. Focusing on good form, range of motion. Like I said, we're working multiple joints today. Also combination work. That back foot is just a kickstand. All right, all the work is in the front leg. So single leg RDL. That back leg, that little kickstand is just helping to provide some balance. Make sure you're sending the hips back, that you're not leaning over into that deadlift. All right, second exercise, reverse lunge with the overhead press. I'm sticking with these weights, starting with the weights up at my shoulders with a neutral grip. Taking a reverse lunge, single arm presses. All right, here we go. Weights up at my shoulders, take it back, single arm press, step it up, take it back. Really working your balance and stability here, core work. If you find yourself losing your balance, cover more ground, step out to the side when you go back. And also, focus on how you're breathing. Okay, when you press, exhale, when you come down, hold, press, and up. You don't need heavy weights for this workout. Woo. Tell you what, I'm gonna tell you, like the upper body, shoulders, you don't need heavy weights. All right, we're going into the deficit push-up to our single arm row. So I'm using these weights mainly because I like how they feel when I'm doing a deficit push-up. Okay, take it down, step it up, 2 rows, 1, 2, and take it back, and other side, 1, step it up, step it as far as you can, you're working on mobility there. And that row, drawing the weight back towards your glute, and not straight up, no pinching, lead with that elbow, 2 rows, and down, and up, and complete rest there. From here, I'm gonna stay on the ground, and go into our glute bridge, chest fly, 10 more seconds. All right, set these to the side, I'm gonna use these. So go ahead and get your weights, sit down, put the weights on your legs, roll back, press up into glute bridge, and fly, and up with the weights down with the hips. As you go up into that glute bridge, you're squeezing your glutes and drawing your belly button down. Pressing feet into the floor. Nice wide fly. Slight bend in the arms, like you're hugging a tree. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and carefully come up. From here, we got our last exercise, which is our roll up, twist, and switch. I'm using a kettlebell because I like to grab, I like how I can easily grab onto it for an exercise like this. You can put the weights behind your heels. That can help assist you in getting up, but also it works your hamstrings more than hip flexors when you do that. When you go back, you're curling back and curling, rolling up. Okay, so you're not falling to the ground. You're also not lifting your glutes off the ground to get momentum to come up. All core, all abs. As you bring that weight across, don't swing it. Keep your elbows in and twist. 4, 3, 2, 1, and carefully come up. That completes 1 round. All kinds of functional movements there. I love this workout. We're going back to the top to our B stance. Deadlift to a squat. All right. Inside leg access the kickstand. Hips go back, shoulders come forward, weights come up into your squat. Step it over and down. So if you feel like your deadlift feels more like a squat, ensure that your shoulders and your torso is coming over your feet. Keep a nice strong back. Imagine you're squeezing tennis balls or something between your armpits as you lower into that deadlift. Send your hips back towards the wall behind you. Feel that stretch in your hamstrings and glutes. All right, set those down. Reverse lunge to overhead press is next. Starting with the weights and the neutral grip up at our shoulders. Working on balance, stability here. So send it back. Single arm press, single arm press. Take it up. Cover more ground by stepping out to the side versus straight back behind you. Focus on how you're breathing. Breathe in and exhale. When you breathe in and you hold that here, it creates a lot of stability. 10 more seconds. Stand up nice and tall, good posture, and set those weights down. Deficit push-up is our third exercise in the round. I'll do these from the side this time. Go ahead and come on down to the ground. And start with the push-up. Take it down, up, step it up, and row. Other side. Lift and lower that plank. Step that foot up as far as you're able to with the intention of getting it up towards that dumbbell. On the rows, sweep the weight towards your glute and not straight up. Finish it out. One more row and carefully come up. Love that exercise. All right. Glute bridge to chest fly. I might attempt to use those. I think they're going to be too heavy. I'm going to just stick with the 15s. I think choosing 15s for this workout's a good choice. Get you through all the exercises. And that glute bridge, press those feet into the ground. Squeeze the glutes. Draw the belly button down, tuck your hips. Slight bend in the arms as you perform that fly. Make sure you're breathing throughout this workout. You got 5 more seconds here. Shoulders are feeling it. 2, 1. Carefully come out of that. Set that weight down and into our final exercise in the round. Roll up, twist and switch. And I will set these weights behind my ankles so you can see that I'm going to be using a little bit more hamstring than hip flexors, okay? So coming down and up, grab that weight, send it across, roll down, come up, switch. Keep those elbows in as you rotate to the other side. So no rocking and rolling. Control it on the way down. Come up with your abs. No sending those glutes off the floor. None of this. Nope. 3, 2, 1. Come up. All right. We're halfway done with this workout. Lots going on. Lots to think about with these exercises. Lots going on. So we're not going super fast with this, but we're working a ton of muscles and joints in this exercise, in this workout. Okay. RDLs. I'll go from this angle. RDL to your squat. Hips back, torsos forward, shoulders right over my body. Take the weights up to my chest, down, and other side. Hips back, heels on the ground. So essentially this is a single leg deadlift. This toe is just a toe in the ground. You should be able to like lift that foot off the ground if you had to. Squeeze the tennis balls in your armpits as you do the deadlift to keep that back nice and straight and not allow the shoulders to round forward, okay? We don't want them to round forward for that one, okay? You do want the shoulders to come forward, but you don't want them to round, which encourages your low back to round. All right, reverse lunge to overhead press. Working on balance, stability, core. Weights up at our shoulders. Take it back and press, step it up. Nice and strong when you step up into good posture. Nice and tall. Focus on how you're breathing. Breathe in, hold, exhale. It's going to help you find that stability you need to hold it in this downward position. Also cover more ground with your feet. I'll keep reminding you, don't step back as if you're on a tightrope. Even it out, press, and set it down. All right, we have our deficit push-ups to that single arm row. So great for hip mobility, this exercise here. All right, go ahead and come down to the ground. Give me that push-up. And up, step it up, and row. Take it down. And have those weights relatively close together, as you can see, and chest comes right over top. And lower with control and press. Less than 10 seconds. See if we can finish this side. 2 rows. 1 and 2. Woo! Step it up. All right. Let's get these glute bridges and chest flies out of the way next. I'm going to use my 15s here. Set the weights on your thighs. Roll back. Set up. And fly, bring it in. Lift with the hips as you do the fly. Press those feet into the ground, squeeze those glutes, and bring the belly button in. We don't want to round the back when we come up, okay? Chest, torso in line with those hips. And up. 5 more seconds here. Nice and controlled on that fly, working from the chest and the front shoulders. So when you're up in that glute bridge, what you don't want to have happen is to overextend. Okay, we want to bring the glutes up, belly button down, so everything's in a nice straight line there, okay? All right, next exercise is our roll up, twist, and switch. Take it down nice and controlled and up. Pick it up, switch it, roll it down, come up. Make it harder by putting your hands in front of your chest. Up. That's tough. That's the challenging version. Otherwise, you can have your hands up like that, okay? Woo. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we made it to the final round. All right, final round. I'm going to attempt to do this next one with my 25s. Since it's mainly lower body, we do have to pick the weights up to our chest, but I'm going to go right here. All right, RDL, bring it up, take it down, and kickstand, B stands, RDLs. Don't let the shoulders round forward. Don't let your back round. Send the hips back. There is a slight bend in that front leg that we're working, but it isn't a squat. This is a squat. This slight bend, feeling the stretch in your hamstrings and glutes on that B stance. And here, working total lower body. And set it down. All right. We have the reverse lunges, overhead press. Going back to my faithful 15s here. All right, bring the weights up, neutral to front shoulders. Take it back and press, and stand up nice and tall. Try to explode out of that lunge to standing. Take it back, press. Work on your balance there, your stability. Focus on how you're breathing. Breathe in. Exhale. Take it up. Woo! Keep going. Don't lose your balance. And set them down. All right. We have our deficit push-up, single arm row, hip mobility here for the next one. Shoulders. All right, go ahead and come on down to your push-up position. Take your chest right over those dumbbells and up. Step it up, row and row. Press it back. Repeat on the other side. Come on. Repeat on the other side. I have to do the other side twice. All right, we'll do this side again. Down and up. Lots of intention here, especially on this row. Work from the back. Woo. All right, we can stay on the ground and perform our glute bridge to our chest fly. I love glute bridge. It's a great core exercise. Great core exercise. All right, take it back. Press it up and fly and down. Squeeze your glutes, draw the belly button in. Slight bend in those arms. You're hugging a tree. Press those feet into the ground. Squeeze your glutes. Belly button's down. And lift. Lower with control. Don't let your arms or the weights hit the ground. Less than 10 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Here we come up. Final exercise. I'm going to set these weights behind my ankles. So I just feel a little less in my hip flexors on this setup. Last exercise. All right. Let's take it back. Roll it back. Come up and switch. Take it back with control and up. Working from those abs. As you switch, we're not swinging the weight across, you're twisting. Working from your core and your abs, not your arms. Final 10 seconds of today's workout. This has been a good workout. I wouldn't mind doing another round of this. You got 3, 2, 1. Take it up, all the way up. Final 20 seconds. Just walk it out. Maybe put those hands up and down and breathe. 10 more seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, in this workout, while we were not moving quickly, I don't even know if we can call it a METCon, honestly, but yes, we do get that cardio conditioning in, even though we're not moving quickly, because we're working multiple joints and muscle groups, and limited rest, and working continuously throughout the whole 20 minutes, okay? Lots of functional exercises in this particular workout. Like I said, I wouldn't mind doing a couple more rounds of this workout because it feels so good to do this workout, all right? Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And I look forward to seeing you for our next continuous 20.